I knew when I saw the first trailer for Stray at the PlayStation Showcase event that this was going to be a game that I would like, and that has absolutely turned out to be the case. This is a great idea of you controlling a cat that is lost in this world of robots. And it's a post-apocalyptic setting where the humans have disappeared, but the robots have taken on human mannerisms and human-type relationships with each other, human backstories, and you are exploring and trying to rescue this cat and get him away from this closed urban environment and back into the natural world where the cat starts off. He has this kind of beatific opening sequence and then eventually gets separated from the cats that he's hanging with and has to kind of go on this long journey through these robotic cities and slums and sewers and interesting environments, like urban decay type environments, to try to get back to the outside, to the world that the cat knew and loved. So it's a bit of an on-the-road type journey with this cat who befriends this little robot drone called B12, who fits snugly in this little harness that the cat wears everywhere and then pops out and can activate a flashlight, and later on has a little bit of weaponry they can use against some of the enemy types, and is also an interpreter for all of these robot characters that the duo meets along their journey. It's really cute, and that relationship is great, and playing as the little cat, I named my little cat Pearl because that's the name of my real-life cat. I thought that she was adorable. You can make her meow whenever you want to. She can curl up in a little ball and fall asleep. She can knead carpets and scratch walls, and some of that is just so you can enjoy the act of being this cat, but some of it is also useful in terms of puzzle solving and trying to figure out where you're supposed to go. There is an element of being lost in this game, and I think that was purposefully built because the developers obviously recognized that a cat wouldn't have a map, and you wouldn't be able to call up all kinds of data screens and things like that where you were like figuring things out as the little cat. There is this kind of adherence to some semblance of reality, although this has to be said, this is the smartest cat that has ever existed, or some semblance of existence in history, because this cat can figure out anything, and also incredibly resilient. Gets attacked and has some huge jumps and some falls and things, but basically licks itself and keeps on going. But it's really fun to be this cat.
Pearl, stop it, Pearl.
And it's fun to solve these puzzles, and it's fun to examine and explore these really hyper-detailed worlds. The lighting is incredible, reflections of neon signs on puddles and on glass surfaces. You're in slums, but then you also, as the game progresses, you escalate in and start to find things that are a little bit more polished and a little bit more tuned in the world and in the characters that you meet. And there's some really nice, subtle environmental work and some totally cool, defined character work, and it's awesome to communicate with these robots, and they give you little pieces of information and threads that you're going to pursue to solve this mystery and get to the end of the game and rescue our little cat hero. That's the whole idea, is you're trying to save yourself as this cat. Now, I will say, though, that as beautiful as the theme is and the design is, and it's been all expertly presented in the trailers that have been released, the trailers are very on the nose. It's not a surprise. It's not like a twist or a shock when you're playing the game. The trailer is the game. So if the trailer looks cool to you, there's been a few of them, but if these vignettes and these looks at this game have been cool to you, I think you're going to really like it. I also think that if you're a PlayStation Plus subscriber that has access to this game, download it and play it as soon as you can. I think it's going to be a great escape and a nice reprieve, actually, from a lot of more intense action stuff that's out there, or maybe some of the Souls games or Elden Ring or some of the other stuff that you've been playing. This is a lot more chill, it's a lot more ambient, it's a lot more, just feel your way along, and I appreciated all of that for sure. The only thing is that there wasn't that extra layer of surprise, there wasn't that extra layer of genius design or a really fantastic spark of something we've never seen before, apart from the fact that we are playing this really cool cat in this robotic world with all of these cool-looking robots. That's what you get. That's it. The puzzles are not incredibly difficult. You might see some signs on the wall that lead you to unlock a safe or a code on a door or something. You may have to trick some drones by slamming doors shut so they can't escape and you can continue on your way. There might be a little bit of assistance with other characters that you carry along or some props that you carry along to help you progress. But that's pretty much the whole game. You know, there's some cool storytelling about what happened with humans and why the world is like this. And I enjoyed my time with this. It just didn't have that other shoe dropping to say, oh my God, it just didn't shock me. This isn't a Naughty Dog game. This isn't something by like Fumito Ueda or something like that. But it's great. And it's really atmospheric, and it's cool, and it's beautiful, and stylish, and it is original in its themes and the character and the way it presents itself. It's just the gameplay is a little routine and familiar for anybody that's played adventure games or action-adventure games. And the one sort of glaring issue that I have with the game, I think a lot of people have expressed this as well, is that sort of contextual jumping or contextual interaction element that pops up. You'll see the icons pop up with what you can press and what you can jump to or what you can tap on to activate. And so you're constantly looking around. It felt very much like a cursor hunting, classic Scum-based adventure game or something like that, or a Resident Evil type game where you're just scouring the environment for what you can actually activate. And that felt a little bit like the game was funneling me to specific things as opposed to letting me have a full three-dimensional experiential escape, you know? It still does provide much of that. It's just hampered by some design decisions.
Yeah. The puzzle is determining where you can jump to. I can go, oops. Yeah. All right, let's get up to the roof and see what we can hear.
And honestly, the budgetary limitations that any independent developer would have out there. But still, this is remarkable work aesthetically and thematically. I definitely think this is something that most people should check out for sure, unless you happen to hate this type of adventure game or, God forbid, you hate cats, because cats are freaking amazing. But I did really enjoy Stray, just as I predicted I would. I just didn't love it. You know what I mean? I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.